Boss, found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene. What is that? A ribbon. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. It's the ribbon Michi always used to wear. What? Then, did she come back to life somehow? Everyone, come quick, look at this. It's too late. Holy crap, what the? Whoa, what's up this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here. Whoa, could that be? Oh, I didn't see you guys there. Well, I think we're getting close to the end. Oh, who's your favorite character in Paranormasight? I think you know who mine is. You know, it's Tatsumi, the chief officer guy. Anyway, let's get started. And now we hit the crossroads, and I think now we're starting to see our characters meet each other, which is great. Yeah, I think something's definitely going on here. That's school. That's school. So I've been clicking around, and then I'm like, for some reason, like once you enter the location, the game doesn't let you proceed. It's almost like they're supposed to wait there for another character to get there, you know? Sheesh. Like, for example, Tetsuo Tatsumi. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Here we are, Kogumata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. I'm recording, right? Woo! Whew. Female students. She is pretty tall. Huh? Oh, that's right. They know each other. Males from the Paranormal Affairs. Boss, what is it? You want to talk to those girls? I do! Yikes. Not particularly. Alright, I didn't think so. Boss, it really seems like you want to talk to those girls. I do! Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason. Come on, Ariel. Huh? What? Ooh, two main characters exchange information. Hey, aren't you? You must be the high schooler skirting the child labor laws who I've heard so much about. Say that again? Sorry about that. He's with me. Mr. Tatsumi. If that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my working conditions. I prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't you worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Wait. Really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to do a fancy sushi place. Oh yeah, like the one places in Ginza? I've never been. Let's go. He's just like, we got ourselves a deal, right, boss? These girls are at our service. Oh, hold on now. What just happened? I never had sushi? Looking forward to it, boss. Wait, since when were you included? Ha, you guys are funny. You should do stand-up. Oh, we actually... Oh, I thought we actually get sushi. That would be kind of fun. Let's check this out. Forensics still investigating the area. I didn't really want to bring these kids to a place like this, but there were too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. Besides, it would be too good to have Mio look around the scene too. Sushi, huh? Well, if that'll solve the case, it's a small price to pay. I'll just expense it to Paranormal Affairs later. True, write it off as taxes. Because it is. What's that rope all about? It indicates whether Joshi's body was found. They've moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how it was found. Yikes, that's a little gross. You couldn't even see how his arms and legs are all... Ugh. Cool it, Ariel, you're scaring her. This kind of stuff is too much for a kid. Hey, I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently. It's usually easier to let Ariel do the talking when it comes to young people, but we only have a day. It'll be quicker if I take the reins this time. But he did manage to win them over for me and promise the food. Let's see how this plays out. Mio Surukurusu. She's a disciple of the Paranormal Affairs Chief. I've heard that she helps out with investigations free of charge under the guise of training. Although she's my old boss's protege, she helped me out plenty while I was in Paranormal Affairs. She may look meek, but she's got a strong spirit set, sharp instincts and courage. Plus, quite the brain to back it all up. That said, I can't help but think there's some kind of darkness following her. As how it is with spiritual people, it's always the darkness, you know. So this is Yako Sazaki. She was with Mio. Could she be a friend? Did Mio finally make a friend? If she did, it would do this old man's heart good. Aww! But it better not say that out loud. I don't want to make her look bad. Let me show something. Yeah, let's see that. Alright, let's talk. So, how much you've been able to figure out? Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadow, which loosed the power of the curses, and brought forth the 7 mysteries. That allows even those who did not have the power to cast curses to gather soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. At least, that's my hypothesis. Sounds about right so far. Although I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the curse stones appeared before those who wanted the rite at the locales of the 7 mysteries. We've managed to gather 3 curse stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach. You got 3 already? Wow. You have the curse stone of the Fool's Procession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does. That's me, Yako, the girl standing behind me, She does? Is she alright? We could take it off her hands. Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out. Alright, I'll leave the Fool's Procession with you two then. Huh? You want to talk to me? You'd probably be better off asking Mio. Thank you. Please keep collecting other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows. Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. What about the other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them? Well, last night at school. You were here last night? Yes, you see. Huh. You two were using the spirit board? That's cool! So that's when you ran into the cursed echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter. Somehow, we managed to get away without accidentally sending it off. The cursed echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg. What? A woman missing an arm and a leg? That's a one-sided read. This is bad. Huh? What's so bad about this one? Nejima, idiot! The curse bearer is a one-sided read as Nejima. He admitted himself that's his curse. Ah, that's right. But if that's the case, Nejima might have been here last night. What? I mean, it's possible he was lying to us, but what? Who's Nejima? No clue. Alright, let's explain some things. So Nejima is trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes. Oh. Huh? He said he's gonna massacre the city at sundown today? And he's trying to get your daughter too? That's why I've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. So just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at school last night? Well, as far as we know, there was us, Junichi, and one of our classmates, Hitomi. Don't forget old man Ashima. Wait, Hitomi? You mean Hitomi Okuda, second year student? Oh, well, yes, why? Boss! So she was here last night. I saw Hitomi earlier though, but she didn't seem like a curse bearer to me. You did? Did you talk to her? Yes. Would you mind if we asked you a few questions about that? Tomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become a suspect. So I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into this. Oh, I see. Don't worry, this is about a different matter. A different matter? You mean about the police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that? Did Tomi say something about him? Yes, she did, actually. We're talking to people who were at school last night. There was one more person, though I'm not too clear on the details. There was someone else. Apparently Tomi saw Mr. Jonichi getting cursed and killed last night. What? Talk about some vital information. What she said happened was... Michio was the one who killed Mr. Jonichi? Are you sure about that? Oh, that's what she told me. I wasn't there. That must mean there was another curse bearer here last night. Jonichi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been there, whether it was Michio or not. Damn, boss, do you think it really could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we've heard, she does have plenty of reasons to be vengeful. Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean just anything is possible. It's still possible that Najima was behind Jonichi's death. What about Hitomi's story? About this janitor, Ashima, was it? How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here? No, why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? I was just transferred to the school though, so I have no idea. He's around 50 years old. He came to our school about half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there's all kinds of rumors about him. I see. Thanks. I think I'm starting to get a better picture of all this. Huh? Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. The notoriety attached to their former name can get in the way of proper rehabilitation, you see. What are you? No way. Ariel, how the officers apprehended the janitor. He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room. Yes, right away. Boss, bad news. Apparently the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they've been looking to question Ashima too, but they couldn't find him anywhere. No. That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashimiya? The old man seriously hates getting his picture taken. He always avoided it. Ariel, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. We can't let him get away. Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ right away. Sus? Oh my, I didn't expect this at all. Yeah, how could that old man have been a horrible criminal mastermind? I can't believe it. And a curse bear on top of that. To think he was so close to us the whole time. It gives me chills. A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work at a high school. Let's hope it isn't already too late. Oh, I may have shown Ashima my curse stone last night. What? I don't like this one bit. Najima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but I'm glad nothing happened here. Well, but then, could it have been old man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? I almost told him that you were still in the building too. What? You did? Yeah, it's a good thing he didn't say anything. You might have gotten very lucky there, kid. I just can't get over the darkness. This is too much. I hope to find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law, help us. To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows, it would help if you knew more about how the curses of the Seven Mysteries first came about. If that's the case, you're probably best off talking to that crabby researcher guy. You mean Mr. Raishi? I would very much like to talk to him. Alright, he's a teacher here too, isn't he? You would know him already. You might be more inclined to talk if it's one of his students doing the asking. Do you know where he is? I do. I tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers. A cafe? Oh, Kuriyuko Cafe in Kamizawa? Thanks. School rule says we're not allowed to go to cafes though. Really? That sucks. Don't worry about it. I'll allow it. Thank you. Huh, that's all it takes? Yes, sir! There must have been a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all this for a reason. I want to find out why. No! Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something. He did? What was that? Yoshimi gave her a talisman? Yes, apparently he also asked her to look for another one just like it, one that Michio had. What kind of talisman could they be, boss? It doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about him with his dying breath, they must have been pretty important. Did they find a talisman on Michio where her body was found? I'll check, but if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died. Right. Did you consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? I'd like to talk to her about this talisman. I'm not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi. I'm no good, huh? I was friends with Yoshimi, though. You don't seem like too bad of a guy. Not at all scary for a cop. But I doubt that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up being a suspect. To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us. Well then. Do you think she'll talk to Yoshimi's fiancé? Haven't they met before? Oh, they have. She told us about that. Yeah, she might be willing to talk to her. Alright, then we better find her fast. You haven't been able to reach her? It's a little worrying. Mayu Chozawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her. Okay, I'll be willing to give you Tomi's contact information to her. Alright, one more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her the instructions in the event that something happened to him. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters. What? So it was a Nakagoshi case? Why would Yoshimi tell her that? Could you check on that? I will, but I don't know if they can pick up when I call. Is he with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Well, yes, Nagoshi's the chief, but he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. To be honest, I'm not even sure if he exists or he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All Paranormal Affairs cases are referred to as Nakagoshi cases. Jeez, what's up with that? It's just a figurehead. Nah, I don't care. That amulet he told me was looking for may be the missing puzzle piece to this mystery. Alright, off to the hotel then? What was that thing you mentioned about Michio earlier? Something about a grudge? Do you know anything about her? What's your relation? I'm her friend. We're actually planning to resurrect her at first. Oh, I see. We gained quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Ariel. Alright. Keep in mind this is just a theory though. Okay. After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide, but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seemed he had his doubts of it being a suicide. What? A van? Speeding? Oh, we got somewhere. Yako, what's wrong? Are you okay? A van. There's a young man in the driver's seat, in the passenger seat. Yako! A woman? Oh, his fiancée? Huh? Yes? Wait, was I? Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat. Yeah, I'm okay, I think. She wouldn't have killed her. Sorry, I went a little crazy there. It's no problem, as long as you're okay. That was quite a surprise, though. Hey, Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics, but if you're wondering about that... So I don't know what was truly in Michio's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why Jonichi was so scared of Michio? Well, about that... I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but... I see. Well, half expected was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry, it's hard to explain. I wonder what he's got in his hands to be able to blackmail her like that. Michio, what happened? Junichi was almost definitely killed by a curse, but I wonder about the exact cause of death. If the curse's origin and cause of death are connected, it can give us another lead. It could. What now? It's one hell of a coincidence, huh? That one random girl you know is already involved with the case. Stop talking, right? What's going on now? That's right, I forgot to search for stickers. Alright, that's enough. Mio, what do you think? I know the second I look at the scene, you're right. Traces of a curse still lingering there. I figured as much. Does that mean Jonchi was killed by one of the curses of the 7 mysteries? Yes, a strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace. Wow, Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing? I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with the experience, I guess. No, I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat? Stop it, Mr. Utsumi. She's gonna get the wrong idea. Whoa, that's amazing! Mio, you're a professional! You think? Totally, you're cool even in the face of death. That's awesome! When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. Hey boss, Forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say. Sure, thanks. Boss, found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene. What is that? A ribbon. Someone's really trying to drive home the urban mystery, man. Yeah, the kind used to tie up your hair. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. It's the ribbon Michio always used to wear. What? Doesn't that mean that Michio was here? Are you sure? Definitely. You have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers. Then, did she come back to life somehow? But how? If it was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go? That's quite the question. She got her revenge in Yonichi, but she may have more revenge to dish out. Is there anyone else she may have a grudge against? Well, what about the guy who killed her in the collision? If she really did come back to life, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live. I agree. I'm afraid this is all we can tell you. Don't worry, you're a big help. Thank you. We should start a search for Najima and Mayu Chozawa. It might be worth to check Michio's house as well, just in case. Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here. Got it. Thank you, and good luck. We'll go and talk to Mr. Raishi about a way to lift this curse. Alright, boss. Let's get going whenever you're ready. Let's move! We'll leave the curse lifting the girls while we go looking for Najima and Chozawa. There's also the matter of Yoshimi's talisman. But we won't get anything done staying here. We better get a move on. Richard Kai! Haruo and Richard visit Michio's home, having determined her to be a key player in the unresolved kidnapping case from a year before. As a complicated story begins to unravel, they encounter 2 men. I mean, I'm already dressed up as the famous detective, so might as well. Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. Oh, he knows about her. I thought he was like an outlaw to them. The name's Jun Uriel. I called myself an elite. Either way, it's nice to meet you. This here is a brilliant Chief Inspector Tsutsumi. And yes, he's just as rough as tumble as he looks. Sometimes I don't really know if you're complimenting me or putting me down. So you two are detectives? This is my client, Miss Haruo Shigima. Her father's a big deal in the police himself, so remember to mind your manners. A big woman named Shijima? Boss, you know this guy? Shit, I've heard the name, but you know I don't keep track of who's who in the upper echelons. There's no need to worry, I'm my own person after all, and my father has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like you're getting off easy this time. Don't make it sound like I'm involved in shady business, it ain't like that. You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives, how rare. All the police officers I've met always been so dull. Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We'll round up all your criminals with a smile. That's our motto. How lovely. Just hold on one second. This is the first I'm hearing of that. Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. I guess knowing how to deal with cops is also part of an investigator's job. Not quite. The two of us used to be comrades is all. Comrades? That's right, Richard used to be part of the police force himself. He quit a few years ago to go solo. Is that so? You should give it a try, Ariel. There's more freedom in this working as a PI. I can't say much for the quality of life, though. It's been 2 years, right? I haven't heard of you since you quit. I don't think your business would last, but here you are. You sure don't want to return to the force? We'll take you back with open arms. What? To sit on my ass and watch the birds fly? I'll take a pass. I don't belong in that world. Come on, Richard. We need your talent. The public needs you. Nah, you don't. This is my calling. The police will manage just fine without me. I'll keep on tying up your loose ends, saving the little birdies you abandoned. Oh, I forgot gloves. I forgot my gloves. It's okay. Oh, no, those aren't even gloves. They're like the punching things. Seems they were acquainted, but also like they haven't talked in a long time. Can't believe you're actually part of the police force once. That was the story behind everything, man. I don't regret my time on the force. I wouldn't have the connections I have today without it. Sticker might have appeared. Ha! Damn, there was one here. Lucky. That's number 2, the Royal Kingpin Guin. Oh, nice. Oh, Pinguin. Pinguin. Keep your eyes peeled. Might just stick 2 stickers in a scene. A young and energetic detective. He seems to be a strong sense of justice. If my son had the chance to grow older, perhaps he would have become an officer just like me. It seems like he's got a lot of experience working the streets. Most of the officers I know are bureaucratic desk jockey type. The contrast is rather striking. By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you. And that is? Do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly... With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady. If you insist. What do you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything? So I have to lie. But then I'll die. I've heard of the 7 mysteries, but this talk of curses eludes me. Am I gonna die? Oh, it's morning, that's right. If that's so, well, I'm sorry for the intrusion. Come to think of it, I heard some things about this area last night. Something about a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around. Wait a second. Assume they were talking about you, the investigator. Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. And it turns out I was out here last night to conduct my investigation. Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary? Out of the ordinary, huh? I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richard's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. Can't promise I'll be of any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. Something is happening in Honjo, isn't there? It must be something big if they got head office guys on it. Well, I guess it's alright. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Thank you, boss. Listen closely to what we're out to say, Richard. So using the curses to commit murders, these people collect soul dregs to perform their rites. And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo. It's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either. I figure the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. To get the situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to compensate their curse stones. Do you have information that will help us? That's tough. I never expected curses and other mumbo jumbo to play into this all. But if we're talking shady characters, there was this middle-aged fellow I saw in South Ward Busui Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. Boss, what do you think? Well, considering the location, it could be Hideki Araishi. He already got his curse stone. Impressive, you two are working quick. Did you see anything else? Not that I can remember. That's a shame. What brings you here, Richard? You on a case? That's right, I'm picking up the police's sack. I trust you remember the kidnapping murder case from last year? Oh, I remember now. You're the Haruo Shigima from the kidnapping case. Huh? Did I miss something? Don't be an idiot. It was a case where Magi Shigima's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, man. Indeed, the story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure in the police department's part. Most of the investigations conducted in secret. Unfortunately, the department is willing to reopen the case. Any investigation carried out afterward. Why does it keep turning off? Oh. Any investigation carried out afterward turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. So they never caught the culprit, huh? That's rough. So your findings have brought you to this place. That's right. An average individual connected the case you celebrate. That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We hope to talk to the family. No one was home when I checked last time, so we figured we'd try again. Interesting. It sure doesn't look good on the police in mishandling cases like these. If there really was a culprit, it should be our responsibility to bring them to justice. Well, I do consider the police my people. So you consider the blame to be shared. You got a stern side as well, I see. See any characters that look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'll be a huge help if you let us know. Absolutely. I'll let you know if I find anything. Richard, perhaps you can lend a hand on our case too? There's a number of people we can't track, and finding missing persons happen to be your specialty, no? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they came. I see. Well, I can't say that's not fair. What do you need a private investigator for anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folks throughout the town. True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. Huh? By the way, that reminds me, Richard. Yes? You said the person who used to live here died last week. You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi by chance? You knew? I thought so. It seems we're here for the same reason then. Seriously, Michio was involved with curses and magic? Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking into Yoshimi's case. Yoshimi? Oh right, Hajime Yoshimi's. That's right, he died on the job. I'm sure you heard of it. I heard. It was the most unfortunate loss. So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio. Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she has something to do with the kidnapping? Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn, I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio. Sure, to tell you the truth... What? You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Joichi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet. But the testimonials we heard and the evidence we found point to that direction. Testimony? You mean from those psychic high schoolers? Didn't they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, that's all true then? Did you figure something out? Kachichiro Iwai! He's gonna scare the whole neighborhood, huh? Kachichiro Iwai! He'll be the next victim! We have to open the door to Shiraishi home. We need to look inside. Hey, what's gotten into you? Boss? I'm sure that landlord would give us the key if we asked. Screw that! You know how long it could take? We could ask for permission later. Richard? Hey, Richard, calm down. We can't just... Take that, you shitty dork! That's how you do it! Richard, get a hold of yourself. I see you're still the same as always. Everyone, come quick, look at this. It's too late. Holy crap. What the? Whoa, what's up this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here. Whoa, could that be Michio's dad? Nah, it's her stepdad if that. It gotta be a body of Kachichi or Iwai. There's no doubt about it, this man's a goner. He's gotten real messed up. Looks like he's been like this for a while. They say it happened last night. Ario, did you find Junichi's body in the same state? Now that you mention it, looked like as though Kohei Junichi has died from a number of heavy blows. What are you suggesting, investigator? It was Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She used the power of the curses to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived? It's gotta be that, and if she's alive then... I don't want to talk to you! My apologies for interrupting. I know we just arrived at an interesting plot point. But you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this, what if Michio Shiraishi never died? Seeing as you come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? And so, I would have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi in the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? Ooh, am I supposed to? Where was she? So, saying she killed Professor at night, she would have gone off to do something. The theory is true and she wanted to kill everyone that opposed her. Who else opposed her? Historian? So she killed Junichi, and she went to kill, and then she ran straight to her house. Unless she killed the dude in her house first, and then went to the school at night. Who else does she have a grudge on? Oh, she had a run-in with the one-sided read, Najima. So, no, contorted. No, she had a run-in with the Araishi. So she had to be at school. Yeah, I see. So that's what you think. Let's take a moment to reconsider what we know and choose again, shall we? Oh, I'm supposed to know the answer to this? She wasn't at home. She could be here, because Araishi was here. Kinshibori Park. Wrong again? Hey, how did Yoko die? She died by... She's just collapsed. Nothing really happened to her. She was not a Shigima residence. Not the park, not the bridge. Yeah, the only place that we know is probably her home. No, that's wrong too. God damn it, I don't know, man. Process of elimination. No issues at the candy shop. It had to be one of these random places. So this is X. Can't be here. Unless she has a curse. So if her curse is cracking bodies? No, being stomped on? Oh. But this, like, crushes them, right? This cuts off the body. Disembowelment. Yeah, it has to be this. Whatever, it's just process of elimination. I can't figure this out, bro. I see very well. Congratulations, you were correct. Wait, what did I choose? Oh, the candy shop. She was at the candy shop? Got it wrong 3 times. Well, it's a trivial matter. It may have been easier to reach a conclusion had you considered the cause of death. Oh, she was ran over by her best friend. The girl. a girl with the story. I forgot her name, but we got ran over by her. It only makes sense. Let's get back to the film, shall we? I've taken up enough of your time. Yes, you have. Get out of here. What? So you really think Michiyo Shiraishi is alive? Just think it through and all becomes obvious. It tracks, but you really think a girl could have managed all of this? First of all, Ariel, go report this to HQ. Understood. I'll get on it right away. This is nasty. I'll start investigating this place. It sure isn't lacking in stuff that needs to be looking at. There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. Huh? Whoa now! Hold on, these photos. It's all Fujimi Nejima. Gross. Really? Come to think of it, he was on the papers a lot back in the day. Oh, there's more pasted up over there. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Nejima murders. I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep looking around. Are we trying to forcibly revive someone? Oh, I can't move around. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I say this is Iwai. You've seen him before? I heard he was a criminal record, so I assumed that he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation. Is this what a curse does to a person? Ma'am, be better not to look so closely. It's amazing. Yeah, bent body parts? Is that the one-sided reed? No, it cuts your body parts out, right? Cuts your limbs? This is from a blow. The foot watching magic? No way Namagaki did this. Wait, what did Nejima have? He had the one-sided reed. Oh shoot, no. None? Why does it say none? I thought he said he had the one-sided reed. What's going on? What's auto button display? Oh, I can auto. There are old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in the foreign language. Maybe a paint look through all these. Let's save them for later and continue to look around. There are candies and stones with inscriptions placed all over. Are these jewels for some ritual? Hey, don't touch anything, you hear? Ah, that's right. Considering this is a murder scene, we ought to leave everything as is. All this can be used as evidence. If anyone besides forensic toys, it'll cause trouble down the road. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help wonder what the world this is. They're magic ruins. They're used in the Western black magic rituals. Most of the time they're useless imitations, so I wouldn't get too excited about it. Oh my, who knew the chief inspector is such an expert on the occult? I just chanced upon that information. That girl with the spirit sense we mentioned, she's pretty informed on the subject. Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. You're saying there's Western black magic, and then there's Eastern black magic? Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. Files updated. Hats off to Sam. Western black magic. While magic is often classed as a branch of mysticism, or may variously refer to the likes of witchcraft or astrology, here it refers specific to Western black magic. In the Middle Ages, the line between science and magic was blurred. The pursuit of supernatural considered a legitimate academic discipline. This is so interesting. What the heck? Astrology was regarded akin to astronomy, while alchemy was accepted as scientific fact that would eventually evolve into what is known today as chemistry. One discipline, however, considered wicked and shunned accordingly, black magic, the practice of using magical knowledge to strike a bargain with demons. In contrast to the socially acceptable subject studied by the intelligentsia, black magic was most prolific among the lower classes. It was the way common people who suffered most from the ills of the day war, famine, and sickness, which perhaps led them to seek aid from unholy powers. As hearsay, these rituals and spells were nowhere but found in the orthodox modes of teaching, but instead were recorded in tomes of dubious credibility. God damn. The sliding door leads to the kitchen. It barely fits the frame. That's really concerning. This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside? Huh? I mean, if normal case is only the place to be allowed to touch things, right? Right, Ariel's in here, so let me take a look at it. There's just clothes in here, not much variety either. Can't say they were big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a kind of talisman here, but I guess we're not so lucky. See, thank you anyway. Whew, this is... window? The window and storm shutter closed. No light gets in here at all. It's pitch black. The neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. Gotta give props to Richard though. Alright, there's nothing else we can look at, right? Wait. Not checked yet. Weird pain look through all these. Okay. Looks like the things spread around here have been like this for a while now. This ritual, or whatever, was something attempted up to recently. Plenty of the neighbors mentioned they heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. You think Iwai was the one chanting? Hard to say, it could have been one of the Shireshis as well. If we look through the books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do. Okay, that's everything, right? It's the same man in every picture. Is that Fumichika Nijima? Wow, this is quite the spectacle. I don't think I ever managed to erase this from my mind. Don't worry, Richard. You're quite the spectacle yourself. Is she flirting with him? Do you mean to compare him with the likes of a bizarre criminal? These aren't just cut from publications. They even snapped a number of shots on their own. What? Must have admired him. Why else would they have collected so many pictures? Oh my god, he has a cult following too. Whatever the case, it's certain they were obsessed. Look at these. Pictures of Fumichika Nijima cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was. You think the Shireshis are somehow connected to Nijima's case? Perhaps they did this as not to forget a grudge or something. Even still, that's too excessive. It's crazy to think that Nijima might be involved in all this too. Do you think he might have anything to do with the body here? Maybe. The man's already out on parole. He's a curse bearer with the curse stone now. He's announced that from his sundown today, he'll be going on a killing spree. Oh dear! There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard. So he hasn't changed his ways. That doesn't bode well. To tell you the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Nijima murders either. You don't say. That's right, we talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light. You don't say! You were the kid from back then? You were really brave. You did a great deed. Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea. So you two have met before. Fancy that. I've been worried that Fumichika Nijima might bear resentment towards you, ma'am. You might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type. Oh dear. That asshole. I wonder who put the idea into his head. And now he's got the one-sided read too. He's threatening to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown. Seriously? On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. On top of all this, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter. Damn, that's quite a threat. Certainly he can't afford to stay put here. The fucker wants to get all nasty. Wants us to get all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with the cool head. Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if Iwai and Fumichika and Nijima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nijima's location. Let's hope so. Is it? Or is it? Or is it? Alright, just finished looking at the room. What do you say, Chief? Would you like me to look through that if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. Seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same runes are written here alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you call these grimoires. It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though. You'd think this Iwai guy was studying them, perhaps to perform some kind of ritual. There are a bunch of handwritten notes besides the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. Iwai doesn't look like the type to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Why would he be studying black magic? According to the materials, there is a rune for restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. Resurrection? Like the right? I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. What is it? This looks like a journal. It's probably Iwai's. A journal? His writing is surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone! Oh wow, now this is something. What is it? What did he write? That's quite the find. Let me give you a summary. So this is Kanchikiri Iwai fellow. He's been searching for a spell to restore youth for years. So he was into black magic from the start. He believed that he could learn to successfully perform the spell. He could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seems like he was already getting funded after he acquired this grimoire. You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar. But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Najima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Likely not coincidence. It seems like Iwai took an interest in the Najima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. Worship? Najima of all people? This was the time when the students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Iwai has been collecting these photos ever since that time. And since he just happened to land in person with the same as Najima, land in prison at the same time, he made sure to get in contact. This is a lot. I mean, everything, even having it laid out like this. I thought of Najima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we'd ever have anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it's a shock to me too. For years we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Najima murders. Yup, it's been a mystery to us all from the very start. Whoa now, wait just a minute. Do you think? No way, are you saying? That's right, the murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. It just keeps on getting more occult-like, man. Instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Najima. If that's the only explanation, it kind of makes sense in that respect, I guess. You've got to be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic. That's what the evidence suggests. However, Najima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but Iwai had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Najima and Iwai were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. You're telling me that this nutjob did all this for some hokey-pokey resurrection? Shit, resurrection! That means there must have been someone Najima wanted to bring back to life. Oh god! Oh, damn, that's it! That has to be it. Fucking hell, it all makes sense now! What is it? Just like... So, about the Najima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on. When we broke into his house and arrested him, we've also found a baby. A baby? It was a girl, looked to be about 6 months old, but she was covered in filth. She looked so weak and sick. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died. So it was Najima the father? He told us he found her under a bridge. He found her? She was abandoned? I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but to think it really happens. I suppose there were also cases with dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers, so it's not without precedent. Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. Oh, this took quite a turn. He was actually doing it for someone? He just found a baby. 6 months old, covered in filth, weak and sickly. And then called the medics. What's with this? But there was one rumor from back then that could never get out of my mind. And it's starting to sound more likely now? Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time you heard of it. Many believe Najima's guilty of more crimes than we got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing. Yeah, I remember all that. Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant. Goodness. That's horrific. He killed her and dismembered her body. And we thought maybe the baby we found was what he pulled from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me, this is all speculation on top of more speculation here. This is nasty, it's more crazy and crazy, what the heck? Or maybe you should say sacrifice. But I for one never believed that man was just taking a baby found under a bridge. I'm feeling sick. Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear. Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We were running on speculation back then. Now that this whole resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child. That's off. And that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true. That's an interesting thought. If there's anyone Najima would want to resurrect, a deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a curse stone suggests he had an interest in the right of resurrection. Damn, you're right. And here I was thinking if he was the only one after the curse's power to massacre. Chief Inspector? Yeah? What happened to the child? Without a birth registration on file, best we could do was find the girl with suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future. Well, I'm glad she was taken care of. I'm gonna have to take a quick break after that. And I mean a quick break and then a long one.